Sunday night. Let's talk rookies. What a fun rookie!
Whoa,
what a fun
class.
rookie class. I got a
Crazy.
question to ask at the end, but I've got a lot of stats to read here real quick first. Let me start with some offensive rookies, and I want to tell you guys, I've got a decent list here. I'm gonna go through them quick. The honorable mentions list was about twice as long. This class is nuts. Let me start with Devon. I knew how to pronounce this.
Achan.
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 Okay. 309 rushing yards, 10.9 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns, 6 total touchdowns on the season. Jahmyr Gibbs, 39 carries, 179 yards. Dan Campbell didn't seem to want to play him this last game, but either way, promising rookie. Puka Nacua, breaking records out here. 39 receptions,
How can you say
501
Puka
yards.
Nacua but not Devon?
And 1 touchdown because he's on my fantasy team. Bijan Robinson, 53 carries, 318 yards. Hasn't found the end zone yet, but you know it's coming in that offense. CJ Stroud, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns, 57.3 QBR, 15th in the NFL right now. Anthony Richardson, granted 2 games off. This guy has only played 2 full games, 479 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Sam Laporta.
Rushing yards.
Sam Laporta filling right into that Iowa tight end role for the Lions right now. 242 yards and a touchdown. That's only going up from here. Let's get to the defense.
Records.
A lot of Lions players here. Shout out there. Brian Branch, 18 tackles, 3 for loss, 3 passes defended, 1 interception, and 1 touchdown.
Better than Sauce Gardner.
Will Anderson, 13 tackles, 5 quarterback hits, and a sack. Jalen Carter, 5 tackles, 2 for loss, 1.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Christian Gonzalez, cornerback for New England, being talked about as being compared to Darrelle Revis already, which Sauce was last year as well. But dude looks good. 16 tackles, 1 for loss, 3 passes defended, an interception, and a sack, allowing just 7.2 yards per carry. For reference, Sauce is allowing 8.6 right now. What a class.
What a class.
What a class on both sides
On
of the
both
football.
sides. Some of these
And
guys
it's crazy that they're getting held up by the Detroit Lions.
Some of these guys are playing just huge roles already.
Just
4 games
Out of their mind. It's crazy.
I would like to point out that CJ Stroud through 4 games has not thrown an interception.
Ah,
Yeah.
yet.
Dude looks good.
That's crazy for a rookie.
Like, I'm a knock on wood for him real quick,
Yeah.
but like,
Dude, I love CJ. Did you guys
I read that stat and I was like, my mind is physically blown right now.
Did you guys see
Like,
his interview yesterday? He's talking about how important it is for him to win at home, how important it was to beat the Steelers. He's like, I want to show out for you guys so you can walk around this city and wear your gear with pride. When my Lakers lose, I'm pissed off, man. I love that dude. He's got so much passion. He loves that city. He loves football, and that dude, he's
Loves
fun to
the
watch.
game.
I'm glad to see him be that breakout guy already.
He's making what a lot of people thought an irrelevant Houston Texans team look like.
He look good.
I mean, granted, that division sucks, but they
Terrible.
very realistically, I'm gonna be bold a little bit here. They are competing for a title, or not?
Divisional title.
conference
Yep.
Divisional title.
They're competing for a divisional title because I think the Jags look super shaky. Granted, they looked very good Sunday, but they're across the pond, so that those games are literally always weird.
Yes, they are.
The Colts are the Colts and are never that good. And
Don't sleep on Anthony Richardson now.
Hey
I'm gonna
man,
sleep on him.
he has a bunch of rushing yards on top of those passing
That
yards
is
as
fun to
well.
watch.
So
Yeah, that's true.
It's
I'm
fun to
good to sleep
see.
on him, though.
It's fun to see positions all across the board shine in this rookie
Yeah.
class. Not just quarterbacks, not just those running backs. You got offensive linemen that are fun to watch. You got every position across the board that just looks so fun right now.
Are we going to see an offensive rookie of the year not be a quarterback?
We could. There's a lot of promising talent in this class. That odds race right now, I'm pretty sure it's a huge tie for first with like 4 guys at plus 600.
when's the
Probably.
last time it was a quarterback though?
Who was
Wasn't
it?
last year?
What was last year?
I don't.
Wait,
I don't
no.
know if it's Rookie of the Year. I don't pay attention to Rookie of the Years.
No, because Garrett Wilson won it last year.
Garrett Wilson did win it last year. He shouldn't have, but he did.
And then the year before it was Jay Jettas.
Yeah, I
And then
don't
the year
think you
before it was
actually get a
Jamar
lot
Chase.
of quarterback offensive rookies of the year. Because you got to think a lot of quarterback rookies aren't getting the playing time that guys like CJ and Anthony Richardson are getting.
That's true.
There's way more running backs and wide receivers.
I'm thinking MVP.
It's
I
gonna
must be thinking
be-
MVP because obviously
It's going to be a long time before we get an actual answer to this question. But where do we think that this class could end up all time? Genuinely, there's a lot. You guys haven't had a lot of thinking time on that question. Let's not act too emotionally here. There's been a lot of great classes in history.
number 1.
I figured you'd say that. Any class has potential. I don't know about number 1 yet. Obviously, like we said, there's a lot of time before we can answer this question. But man, this class looks good. If I started reading off the honorable mention list, I think we might start talking about that number 1 spot. I think this class could definitely finish top 5 because you've got a lot of promising talent. You got a lot of guys being compared to Hall of Famers already out of this class. You've got undrafted rookies balling out. You've got guys like Puka Nacua setting rookie records who weren't supposed to. I mean, it's just there's a lot of intangibles in this class, and I think it could go down as a legendary one.
Yeah, this is going to be a very good class. Honestly, the most surprising is how good. I think we some of the offensive guys we kind of saw. Like I kind of thought CJ Stroud was going to be. I think he was going to be plugged in and look pretty good, but I think he was going to have. I thought he was going to have a lot more turnovers. To be honest with you, I mean, obviously, I was pretty high on Sam Laporta because I liked what he was doing in Iowa, being very good receiving. But I think some of the biggest surprises are in defense. Like Christian Gonzalez obviously was a very highly touted, but I don't think anyone saw him doing this. Yeah. Brian Branch, when the Lions jumped up to get him, they were just like, what the heck are they doing? Especially because Jalen Carter was still on the board. Me, myself, I was like, why are we not getting Jalen Carter to match him up with Hutch?
Not to interrupt you, I remember a lot of people being mad about this Lions draft, and it's turned out really well.
It is working. When they moved up to 12 to get Jahmyr Gibbs, I was like, what the hell is going on here, Detroit?
Kid's
what
got
are
potential.
we doing?
Kid's got potential.
He's booling. He is booling.
Could be a great class.